Good afternoon, students. So, in today's class, we are going to see few lab programs, right? And till now, we have discussed all theory about the 8051 microcontroller and how to program in assembly level language as well as the C programming language or 8051 C, right? So, in today's class, I will discuss three lab programs. The first one is the hex2 sorry it is hex up counter, right? So this program is going to tell you about a hex up counter, right? So what we are doing here, so we are initially taking one value, right? Either you say that value is equal to 0, the 0 0 that will be loaded in either accumulator or any of the port. Then we are going to increment by this value 1 by 1, right? And we will encounter some delay in between two values. Initially the value will be equal to 0, right? So then after some delay, after some time, then it will become 1. After some time again it becomes 2, 3, right? So on till it becomes f, right? So because here we are taking all ports are of 8 bits, so if I start the value from 0 0, right, then we will get 0 1 0 2 0 3 so on till ff, till all the 8 bits will become 1 1, right? So this is called the hex up counter. It is acting as the up counter. The count value is initially it is 0, then it goes on incrementing by 1, right? So this is called the hex up counter, and it will go on incrementing till ff. So once ff is reached, again 1 is added to that previous value, that is ff. Again what we will get, instead of getting 1 0 0, because this 1 is set in a carry, right? So we do not see this carry, right? So carry will be set, but I cannot call that value as 1 0 0. So once ff value is reached, and once again if we increment, so we will get the next value as 0 0. Again the count value will start from 0 0 0 1 0 2, and the same cycle repeats continuously, right? So here we are going to display these hex values on port 1. So in this program we are going to discuss those hex values on port 1, right? So coming to the program, right? So initially the program is starting with 0000h, right? And p1 is made equal to initial count value that has to be loaded in p1, right? So after that once I display 0 0 on port 1, so I am calling a delay, a call delay. And in delay program you can see there are 3 registers taken, which are initialized with FFH, right? 2FFH, right? Sorry, that is FFH, right? So each register is initialized with FFH. Then we go on decrementing each register until it reaches 0. Once the third register reaches 0, then we will decrement the second register, and so on, right? So when both R3 and R2 reaches 0, then we are going to decrement R1, right? Same procedure is repeated for all the values whenever a call delay is called. Then once the execution of delay program is over, once the execution of this delay program is over, then we are going to increment the previous value of count, right? So previous value of count was 0 0. Now we will increment it. So this value is present in p1, right? So to increment we will use increment instruction, inc instruction, and increment the content of p1, right? So what it does, it will add 1 to the previous value of p1. 1 is added to this, and we will get 0 1, and that will be loaded in p1. Again after displaying this value on p1, again we will call a delay, right? So I have to wait, the user have to see that value, right? So until and unless the program has an error, has an delay, then the programmer cannot or user cannot see the these values, right? So you need to include a delay in between two different values. Otherwise what happens, initially it displays 0 without even it goes on displaying these values if I don't encounter any delay in between, right? So it goes on incrementing the values, but the user cannot see it because the frequency of operation of this 8051 microcontroller is very high. It is in terms of megahertz, right? So if I take its reciprocal, we will get the time in microseconds. So we cannot observe the changes. The user eye cannot make cannot differentiate the two different values at this very quick amount of time, right? So we need to increase the delay. We need to make this time period in terms of seconds to observe these different values or changing values, right? So for that we need to encounter a delay in between two values. So once the value of P1 is checked, that P1 is also moved into P1 is incremented, that P1 is also moved into A, because here what I am doing, so initially it is 0 0, so I will increment it till FF, right? After again if I increment it, what accumulator will become now? Accumulator will become 0 0, right? So if this value I am checking, if accumulator is becoming 0 0, then I'll come out of the loop. That means I am going to terminate the program, right? So that means I am going to display total 255 values from 256 values from 0 0 to FF in only one cycle, right? So I am not going to repeat it continuously for infinite number of time. Even you can do that if you remove a JNZ instruction, JNZ back instruction, or instead of that you have to use sjump, right? Sjump if you use instead of JNZ, then you can do this counting of the program continuously or infinite times. So I hope you understood the program, right? It is very simple. What you have to do, you have to just put one value in one of the port, then call a delay, then increment that port 1 value, previous value of port 1. That is the so this is the program 8051 assembly level language program for hex up counter, right? So in the result you can see the result has to be observed on port 1, right? So once I go to the lab, once I go to college, I'll execute this program in the lab, and I'll show you. I'll make one more video to how to execute this program on 8051 microcontroller, or using a PC, right, or using a Microvision software, right? So in the result you can see before execution the P1 value was FFH, and once I start executing it, it will go on changing from 00 H to FFH with certain delay in between, right? So this is about the hex up counter, right? So the next program is hex down counter. It is very similar to the previous hex up counter, but the initial value here has to be FFH, right? So initial value that has to be loaded in P1 is FFH, right? So it has to decrement this value, right? This is hex down counter. This is hex down counter. The initial value that has to be loaded in P1 is FFH, right? So from this the values need to be decremented by 1. So the next value will be FE, then FD, FC, so till goes on until it reaches 0 0. It goes on decrementing by 1, and the logic is remaining same. The only initial value is going to change, right? And instead of INC we have to use instruction DEC, which will decrement the content of P1. That is the only difference between the previous program and this program, right? Again, once the accumulator reaches 0 0, then you can terminate the program, right? By removing that JNZ, we can also run the counter continuously or infinite times, right? So observing the result again on port 1, right? So before execution, the P1 was FF, right? After execution it goes on decrementing till it reaches 0. So once it reaches 0, it will come out of the loop. So moving to the next program, I am going to explain the BCD up counter. So here this is called the BCD up counter. That means when you start the counting from BCD means binary coded decimal. That means the decimal values are coded in binary, right? So we will again start the counter from 0 0, right? But now it will not see, it will count up to 09. After 09, what you should get? Actually in hex counter it is 0A, right? But in case of BCD, what you should get? You should get the next value as 10, right? That means this counter is going to count the values from 00 to 99, right? So we are not encountering the hex values here, right? So we are encountering only the decimal values starting from 00 to 99. So how to do that? It is same as the previous one, but the only instruction here what we are going to use, we need to convert that invalid hexadecimal value to a valid decimal value. For that we need to use a decimal adjust accumulator, a decimal adjust after addition, right? So here I cannot use increment because the DAA instruction works only after the addition, because DAA stands for what? DAA stands for decimal adjust after accumulator, or you can say decimal adjust after addition, right? So only it can be used after the add instruction, right? So I cannot use increment instruction to increment the value of count, right? So for 0 to 9 it is okay. For 0 to 9 you can use increment, right? So but for 9, when it becomes A, right? So when it becomes A, if I use increment instruction, the DAA will not convert this A, that is invalid decimal number, to a valid decimal number which is equal to 10, right? So for this reason we need to use add instruction. It is same increment. What it does, increment will increment the previous value of count by 1. So instead of increment, what you have to use, add the previous value and comma 1, right? Hash 1. We'll use a immediate addressing mode here, right? So coming to the program, let me clear the screen. Coming to the program, initially it is starting with 0000H, then P1 is again loaded with 00. So here we are not directly working with P1. Here we will work with accumulator, because DAA works with only accumulator. So first we will feed the values into accumulator, then we'll adjust it, then we will send it to port 1, right? So initially accumulator is made 00, then we will call a delay. Again the same delay is written for all three programs, right? So you can change if you want the delay or the time between two count values. If you want to change, then you can change the delay, right? Then add A comma 00H, the next instruction. That what happens here, the previous value of A was 00, right? So to this we are adding 01H. So what happens here, 01 is added to the previous value of A. What we will get, the content of A will be equal to 01, right? So again if I use DA, because DA works only when upper nibble or lower nibble is greater than 9, right? So here 0 is less than 9, 1 is also less than 9, so it doesn't adjust this value, it will keep it as it is, right? So this value we are going to move on port 1, right? So the next instruction after DA is move the value of accumulator to port 1, right? Then you check whether A is equal to 00 or no. If A is not equal to 00, then the control will jump back to the label back. So again we will call a delay, right? Because we are displaying one value, that is 01 value, then we have to encounter a delay, right? So once the delay program is over. Once the control comes back from delay subroutine, right? So again what we are doing here, we are incrementing, we are adding 1 to the previous value of accumulator. The previous value of accumulator now is 0 1, right? So to this, if I add 0 1, what we will get is 0 2. Again 0 2 is not a greater than 0, is neither 0 is greater than 9 nor 2 is greater than 9. So DA will not adjust this value, it will keep it as it is. So again that value has to be moved to port 1, right? So same thing continues. So when it comes to 0 9, right? So when 1 is added to 0 9, so what happens here? What we'll get in hex, 9 plus 1 is 10. In hex it is written as 0a, right? So now what DA does, the content of accumulator is now 0AH, right? So if I give it to DA, if I write DA, then what happens? A is greater than 9. A is greater than 9. So what it does, lower nibble is greater than 9, so it will add 6 to it, right? So A is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. In hex 16 is written as 1 0, right? And 0 plus 1 is 1 0, right? So this is nothing but 1 0, right? So after 9 what you got? 1 0, right? Similarly as 1 1, right? So if I add 1 to 1 0, what you will get? 1 1, right? So till 1 9 it is okay, right? So after 1 9, when you increment, you will get 1a, right? So when DA gets executed, this 1a will be converted to 2 0, right? So the same thing will continue until J and Z condition is true, right? So once the accumulator gets what? 9 9, the last value of the counter. Once the accumulator has 9 9, and when 0 1 is added to 9 9, what we will get? 9 plus 1 is A, right? And this is 9, right? So what happens here? A is greater than 9. So what DA instruction does, it will add 6 to this, 0 6 to 9a. So what happens? A plus 0, sorry, A plus 6 is 1 0, right? A is 10, 6 is 6 plus 10 will be getting 1 0, right? So 9 plus A 1 is again A 0, right? So again now higher nibble is greater than A, higher nibble is greater than 9, so it will add, DA will add again 6 0. So 0 and A plus 10 plus 6 is 16, again we will get 0. This 9 carry, we are not going to bother about carry. So what is the content of accumulator now? It is equal to 0 0. After 9 9, content of accumulator will become 0 0, and this condition fails. J and Z condition fails because the accumulator content is 0. It will not jump to the label back. The next instruction, that is sjump $, or you can write, instead of sjump $, you can write as end. So it is going to terminate the code, right? Thank you.